Alright, so hopefully you're able to get what I have from the previous part of AutoCAD Tutorial Session 3 Part 1. If you didn't, there are a few demo videos actually which show um, how I do it. Um, but yeah, hopefully you got that done. Anyways, let's start something called the quarter section method. And we're going to be using something called blocks. So blocks are really handy. They're not like a cube or anything like that, or like Lego blocks. Not exactly. They're more like they're sort of components where you edit. Let's say you have a bunch of these, like legs or something, and if you edit one of them, all the other legs are going to change. Which is the only reason why we only need a quarter section, basically, so that I have this all mirrored after they're all mirrored blocks, and they're all just going to change whenever I need to edit them. So that's what we're going to practice now. So we're going to make our legs first. We go ahead and select all the members that make up the leg. Alright, type in block, press enter. Also type B for short. So I'm going to go ahead and call this leg, just like what it says so over here. I'm going to click OK. I have to specify on screen for this. I'm going to click OK, and it wants a base point. I'm just going to make it here. For some objects, the base point really matters because that's where your insertion point is going to be. But, well, I guess you'll see in time. So let's start making the other ones now. So let's go ahead, label that, type B, press enter, call that cross bracing at footing. Click OK. And then call this one, oops, type B, cross bracing at decking. I don't know, maybe there. And this one, select this one, and let's include this this bar as well, this HSS. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna call this end top decking. Okay. Let's go ahead. Go name this end bottom decking. And we're just gonna keep going. Essentially, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion. The part about naming all this stuff and making sure that it's sort of set. So B, this is going to be just regular top decking. So let's I can just click OK here. Alright. So just a fair warning to everyone doing this tutorial, you will experience lag by the end of it. And you'll experience more and more lag as you get towards a more and more complete 3D model. That's just the nature of it, unless you have like a super awesome graphics card and a lot of RAM. Something like that. But in general, it's going to be pretty slow. So I don't know if you're feeling it already. Let's call this bottom decking. There. Let's see what else we got. Top decking, bottom decking. Oh yeah, we got a top decking and bottom decking too. Got the adjacent ones. Oh yeah, this guy too. B, top decking 2. Maybe a few. Also, when you notice, like when you hover, it hovers now as a whole thing rather than individual pieces. And it's also really nice for rearranging them in the future. We're going to use that feature a bit. Let's call this bottom decking 2. then finally this middle part over here. That middle object. And then finally we have our middle bottom. Let's see, it's there. Okay, perfect. So the next thing we're actually going to do is we're going to mirror everything actually. So let's go ahead and set it up so we can mirror it. So select that, that, that. Let's go to our top view and select those just for the hell of it. Type MI. This is the midpoint between the two footings over here. Make that line. Bang, we got ourselves that section. Let's go to top view and deselect the cross bracing actually, because we don't need an extra copy. We already have it right here, so we only need the deck mirror. Unfortunately though, if I try the mirror tool, I don't have a line to mirror about, so that's why we create lines. So I'm going to use this to measure a line. So from here to the opposite side. There. Bang. Go back to top view. Select all of that. Basically, just hold shift, unselect all of that. And then MI, I think my line is here. Or maybe this. Let's see. Oh, there it is. There we go. Turn ortho on. Click, and there you have it. We got ourselves full bridge model, kind of, for the most part. This is going to be super essential. You have to mirror everything after you make them blocks. So if you mirror it and then make them blocks, the quarter section won't work. So this is going to be really key. So I'll see you guys in the next part.